Believe it or not, I haven't posted a Sephora sales recommendation video since 2022. You know, I really don't get that excited about the Sephora sale, especially the fall sale, because I'm always trying to hold out for Black Friday deals. But in the spring, there is a lot less sale competition, so I usually do pick up a few items. Now, the sale dates are April 5th through April 15th. One of the things I really don't like about the Sephora sale is it is a tiered sale, meaning depending upon your status, you get a different discount and can shop on different dates. I will link all of the sale details in the description box below. And generally speaking, I'm more of a drugstore or mid-price range gal. But when I really thought about it, I have accumulated a few higher end and luxury favorites that I absolutely love and that I either have repurchased or would absolutely repurchase. So I thought, what better time to share my luxury favorites than during the sale when you can pick them up at a discount. I am going to keep this pretty simple and share 5-ish of my high-end luxury favorites and also a few items on my wish list. I'm going to do this mini review style. I do have dedicated video reviews on most of the products I'm talking about today. I will list those videos in the description box below if you would like to see these products in action. And please share your Sephora favorites so we can all help each other. And with that, let's get into it. My number one Sephora sale recommendation is always to shop the Sephora collection. Now, the Sephora collection has a full range of very affordable products, and during all days of the sale, regardless of your tier, these products are a whopping 30% off, which brings them down to drugstore pricing. My most repurchased Sephora collection product, you've heard me talk about it a million times before, is the Sephora collection retractable waterproof eye pencil in the shade Shimmer Taupe. I use this literally every single day. You know, I love this. Look at that. It's just a really nice soft taupe. I use it to line my lower lash line to give my eyes definition without, heavy or dragging my eyes down. I always pick up backups, and I am so glad I do, because when I got home from Mexico, they lost my luggage. So I was so happy to find a backup waiting for me at home. Anyway, as wonderful as my week in Mexico was, my return trip was a bit of a nightmare. Missed connections, even though I always allow 2 hours in between flights. Flights were late, missed connections. I actually had to stay overnight at the Dallas airport. I've never had to do that before. It took me over 24 hours to get home, and they lost my bag. I've been home 2 days now, so I am hoping my bag is delivered tonight, but we will see. By the way, I think I'm going to be sharing some highlights and little footage of my beach vacation at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. 2 other Sephora collection recommendations. One is their Best Skin Ever foundation. This has a medium coverage with a natural satin skin-like finish. This is only $20, and 30% off brings it down to $14, which is less than many drugstore products. Oh my gosh, why is this pump not working? But I do want to show you what this looks like, because this is a very nice foundation, and at $14 it is less than many drugstore foundations. But like I said, I really haven't reached for it in quite a long time because I am much more into skin tints these days. A product that I do reach for on a pretty regular basis is the Sephora collection. What is this called? Bright Future Gel Serum Concealer. I will put all the shades in the description box below. Comes with a classic doe foot, and this is a really nice medium coverage gel serum concealer. It's very hydrating, but not, glowy. It's not matte. It's more of a satin skin-like finish. Medium coverage, very, very blendable, nicely hydrating, very natural on the skin. I am wearing it today. In fact, I am wearing many of the products that I'm talking about today. Of course, everything is listed in the description box below. As far as the Sephora collection, you really can't go wrong. 30% off already affordable products brings them down to drugstore pricing. Moving on to higher end, dare I say, luxury products. Recommendation number 2 is HourGlass. You know how much I adore my HourGlass powders. My HourGlass Ambient Lighting Finishing Powder is a powder that I use virtually every single day. I've had this for at least 3 or 4 years and it is still going strong. This is perfect on my 64-year-old dry, mature skin. Never cakey, never settles into lines and wrinkles. It takes down the shine but leaves the glow, and it does a really nice job setting my makeup. Love, love, love this product. And of course, you know I love my HourGlass Ambient Lighting blushes. Now the blushes I purchase in a mini because I have a lot of blushes and it takes me a long time to go through the blushes. I have it in 2 shades and I absolutely love both of these shades. We have Mood Exposure, which is a nude mauve shade, and Luminous Flush, a really pretty pink. These are gorgeous. They're glowy but no shimmer or sparkle. Absolutely love both of these blushes. Now, I did not bring any of these products with me to Mexico because I brought my HourGlass Edit face palette, which had a bronzer, a couple of blushes, a highlighter. So of course that is still in Mexico, but it is limited edition, so not available during the Sephora sale. And like I said, you know, I've had this 3 or 4 years. It's still going strong. I'm not going to be repurchasing it right now. I think this will hold out at least until Black Friday. My latest HourGlass love is the HourGlass Veil Hydrating Skin Tint. I did a dedicated video review of this last summer and it is still one of my most used complexion base products. This has a gorgeous light coverage with a really beautiful glowy but not overly shiny finish. Definitely my skin but better. Now this comes in 18 shades. They're very flexible shades, and when I first ordered it I wasn't sure what shade to order, so I ordered 2 shades, shade 5 and 6. I did bring shade 6 to Mexico with me. It was the only complexion product I brought to Mexico. Luckily, I have 5 at home, shade 5 at home, so this is the shade that I am wearing today. You know, this is just such a gorgeous product. I'm going to show you the consistency. And it feels like skincare when you are working it into your skin. Absolutely gorgeous, and like I said, it's the only complexion product I brought to Mexico and I am wearing it today. Recommendation number 3, another luxury favorite, is Natasha Denona, especially the eyeshadows, but a couple of months ago I picked up my Mini Dream blush palette and it immediately became a favorite. It is a mini and it comes with 2 blush shades and a highlighter. And I would call these just sort of a really beautiful nude mauve. And let me show you these really, really beautiful shades. But what I usually do is just run my brush across all 3 of them. I am wearing it today, and just use it as a really beautiful, glowy blush. Natasha Denona, my Mini Dream, love it. But of course, Natasha Denona is most well known for her eyeshadows, and her formulas are absolutely spectacular. Pigmented, blendable, a wide range of finishes. I have 3 of her full-size palettes, well actually mid-size palette. I have Glam, Retro, but my most used palette for sure is the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude. This is a gorgeous, very neutral palette with some shades that lean slightly cool, some shades that lean slightly warm, but overall very, very neutral. What I love about this palette is it has so many light to medium shades that don't overwhelm my fairly light complexion. 7 beautiful mattes, 8 gorgeous shimmers. I am wearing this today, and I will show you the swatches of what I'm wearing. This matte called Mesh in the transition area and to sort of sculpt my eye. And then I have this one called Travertine all over the lid. We have Filigree mixed with just a touch of this deeper tone in the outer corner, and this really pretty pink shimmer called Mia in the center of my lid. Mesh, travertine, filigree, Mia, and here they are swatched. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm wearing it today. My most used Natasha Denona palette for sure. However, it is also my most expensive palette at a whopping $69. If you're not up to spending quite that much money, I highly recommend her minis. I have two of her minis, the Glam Mini, and actually I reached for the Glam Mini over the full-size Glam. It's just so much more approachable. But again, my most used mini is the Natasha Denona My Mini Dream. Just such a perfect, cool, neutral, everyday eyeshadow palette. Really user-friendly. I don't know. I absolutely love this one as well. So Natasha Denona eyeshadows are fantastic. If you happen to miss the Sephora sale, no worries. I was recently really excited to finally get a 15% site-wide discount code to Natasha Denona. It will be linked in the description box of all of my videos, so we never need to pay full price for Natasha Denona again. Another very popular luxury line is, of course, Charlotte Tilbury. Now, I do have a few Charlotte Tilbury favorites, but I'm only going to share my two most used Charlotte Tilbury products. Product number one is her Eyes to Mesmerize cream eyeshadow, specifically in the shade Oyster Pearl. This is my most used cream eyeshadow. I actually brought it to Mexico, so it is in my suitcase. I cannot show it to you, but I've talked about it so many times on my channel. It is a beautiful, moussey whipped formula, really easy to apply and blend, very long lasting, never creases. And the shade Oyster Pearl is a beautiful neutral taupe with just a touch of shimmer. I really do want to pick up one or two more shades of that formula. The other product, this is my only setting spray, Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Now, this is a mini, and again, always purchase the mini when you're trying a new product just to see if you like it. This is a product that I use quite a bit in the summer months because it is a setting spray and it really does a great job helping my makeup last in the heat in the summer so it doesn't literally melt off my face. What I love about this is it is one of the few setting sprays that is alcohol free. Many setting sprays contain alcohol, which I don't want to put on my dry, mature skin. And I love the mister. It is just very fine. So you better believe I will be pulling this out this summer, Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. Now I do have some other favorites. I will list them in the description box below, and please share your favorites. One last thing to note about these three luxury favorites, HourGlass, Natasha Denona, and more recently Charlotte Tilbury are all now available at Ulta. So depending on where you prefer to shop or where you have the bigger discount, the Ulta point system is, I think, quite a bit better than Sephora, and I recently got a 20% coupon for Ulta. So again, they're available at Ulta, so it depends on where you prefer to shop or where you have the bigger discount. And my last Sephora sale recommendation is pretty much anything by Merit Beauty. Luckily, Merit Beauty is more in the mid-price range than the luxury range. Their products are so simple and elegant, perfect for an easy, everyday, natural look. My two most used products, for sure, Merit Beauty Blush Balm. Oh my gosh, this is my number one all-time cream blush formula. It's sheer but buildable and beautifully glowy. Now I have it in multiple shades, but my most used shade is Cheeky, which of course I brought to Mexico, so I can't show that one to you. It's a really pretty soft pink. But I will show you Raspberry Beret. It comes in a package like this, and Raspberry Beret is another favorite. Let me just show you how beautifully sheer that goes on, and it just blends like a dream with fingers or a brush. Very sheer, very natural, very beautiful. Love Merit Beauty's blush balms. My other most used Merit Beauty product are their cream eyeshadows. They're one and done cream eyeshadows called Solo Eyeshadows. They launched these last November. Now they're all matte. I think they have 8 different shades. My most used shades are Social, which is a medium brown, and Studio, which is a really soft mauve. Of course, I brought those to Mexico, but I am going to show you the shade Brun, which is a very deep, cool brown. Comes in a package like that, and there is Brun. And what I want to show you is how flexible these are. Here is Brun swatched full pigment, and here it is sheared out. Now I swatched these about 10 minutes ago. These are absolutely budge proof. These will stay on your eyes all day long. Anyway, my two most used products from Merit Beauty are for sure the Blush Balm and the Solo eyeshadows. And one more thing, I'm sort of sneaking in a couple of non-Sephora favorites into this video because today is the last day of the City Beauty Anniversary Sale, where many of their products are hugely discounted to $35. Two of my top recommendations from the City Beauty Anniversary Sale. Number one is the Lip and Lash Bundle. It is a trio. You get a clear lip plumping lip gloss, a pink lip plumping lip gloss, and a mascara. Now you've heard me talk about the City Beauty Lip Plumping Lip Gloss many times before. It's moisturizing, it's hydrating, it's long lasting. I actually use it as a lip treatment mask at night, and I apply it before doing my makeup to make sure my lips are hydrated and plumped before my makeup. Now I haven't tried the pink shade that they're including in the trio. I do love the Beyond Mascara. I first tried this a couple of years ago and I wasn't crazy about it. I'm not sure if they changed the formula or if my preference changed, but I have fallen in love with this. It has a classic wand with a little bit of a twist, really easy to apply. It is thickening, it is lengthening, it doesn't flake on me, and it is supposed to condition our lashes and help our lashes grow. Now, this is normally, I believe, $35. The entire trio is only $35. It has a retail value of $104, so it is like getting 3 products for the price of 1. So I highly recommend checking out the Lip and Lash Trio. As far as skincare, City Beauty has a lot of skincare, but my number one pick for skincare is their Line Smoothing Hydro Mask. This is a beautiful, very hydrating gel mask. It is like a luxury spa treatment. It is pricey. It normally retails for $60, so it is almost 50% off. I've actually given the mask as gifts before. I love it that much. And again, today is the last day of the City Beauty Anniversary Sale, so I did want to mention it in this video. And if you have any City Beauty favorites, please comment in the comment box below so we can all learn from each other. As far as my wish list, you know, I'm in the process of collecting skin tints for my annual skin tint roundup video, which I post each summer. So if you have any skin tints you would like to see me review, please let me know. You know, I'm really not in the market for any eyeshadow palettes, but I would like to try another shade of the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize, maybe more of a champagne shade. I have my eye on the new Rare Beauty Luminous Blush. It looks really, really pretty. And of course, lipsticks. Lipsticks are my very favorite makeup category. And Merit Beauty recently launched some new matte lipsticks that I can't wait to try. And Makeup by Mario also released some new lipsticks that look absolutely gorgeous. So that's it for my sale recommendations. You know, not the latest and greatest, hottest new releases. Rather, I wanted to keep it really simple and only recommend my absolute favorites that I've used over a long period of time. Keep in mind, I did not buy all these products at once, and I am not saying that you need to go buy all these products. But if you are in the market for any products of this type, these are definitely worth checking out. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I always appreciate your time. I hope you have a great day, a wonderful week, and I hope to see you in my next video. Now, I'm not the best vlogger, but as promised, here are some highlights of my annual girls trip to Mexico. As you can see, we were in a pretty remote community, but once we got to the beach house, it was heaven. Upon entering the door, all you see is ocean and such a sweet, charming, cozy little beach house. Now, we cooked most meals at home. We did go out to dinner a couple of times, but we really enjoyed just cooking at home, eating at the dining table, and playing games. I wish I would have taken this footage horizontally. Panoramic ocean view facing east. It was absolutely beautiful, and every morning I would watch the sunrise. And like I said, you know, I'm on New York time, so it was I was 3 hours, earlier or later? Anyway, I was always the first one up, and I absolutely loved waking up and having my coffee overlooking the ocean. Oh my gosh, I spent a lot of time just relaxing on the beach in the shade, overlooking the ocean. And of course, we spent hours hanging out and laughing and reading. Now, usually the surf is really high with a riptide, but we did manage to get in 1 day of swimming. It was so incredibly refreshing. One of the neighbors is a yoga teacher, and she has this amazing yoga studio overlooking the ocean. We took 2 yoga classes, and it was just magical doing yoga while we watched the whales jump. We had an amazing full moon in the middle of our trip, and we did go out to eat. We always go to my very favorite restaurant, Flora's Farm. It is an amazing farm to garden restaurant where literally the restaurant is inside a farm surrounded by vegetables and flowers. Everything was just absolutely beautiful, and the food was truly a work of art. Another trip, this time we're going to the community farmers market. You know, like I said, there are no road signs. It's just desert road, and you just point the car and go. But in the middle of the desert was this just absolutely charming farmers market. Lots of art. And this darling little Mexican Chihuahua. You know, there was produce and food and art. We did pick up our produce and our bread, and of course purchase some trinkets. And here we are on our last evening going to dinner at the local restaurant. Such an incredible trip with wonderful, wonderful friends.